time. It never stops, but there is never enough of it. In every day, there are only so many precious hours, and yet so many pressing demands to be met. To everyone, time is a challenge. It represents money and quality. Getting a job done and how well it is done are often determined by time. The challenge of time has never been greater than today. Why not put time on your side with Global Steel? Global Steel meets the test of time. What you see here is not only a truck, it is a factory on wheels. This is the Arch Machine, a mobile factory that is fully capable of manufacturing buildings of all sizes on a construction site in as little as 2 or 3 days. Utilizing rolled steel and arch-type construction techniques, the Arch Machine can produce buildings at a fraction of what the cost would be using conventional construction methods. Buildings that are not only durable and versatile, but compatible with a multitude of user needs. Our mobile factories are producing buildings in over 30 countries with thousands of rugged buildings in use around the world. The Arch Machine mobile manufacturing system is highly efficient. Mounted on a flatbed trailer, the mobile factory can be taken anywhere. A crew of only 6 or 7 workers under the direction of one operator can produce a remarkable 10 lineal feet of structure per hour. Let's take a closer look at how this is achieved. Upon arrival at the job site, the crew begins to set up the machinery and equipment that will allow them to fabricate and curve the steel panels that are used in the construction. This setup procedure is a relatively simple task, requiring little expertise or training. In fact, the entire system is designed to be an undemanding operation. Long hours of training and technical regimen are not a requirement for the basic crew. You might call it user-friendly. Even the main controls to operate the entire mobile factory are just 3 levers that control all critical functions. This system is equally as reliable as it is easy to operate. This particular machine is 6 years old and has processed more than 2 million feet of steel through rollers with only 2 hours of downtime. The cold rolled steel, which is the primary fabric of the structure, is fed into the forming machine, a machine that molds the straight lengths of panels into their proper configurations and lengths. The panels are then tilted on their edges and fed through the next phase, which is the curving machine. As they are processed through the curving machine, they are run out on tables set up along the proper radius to be used for the arch construction. The finished curved panels are ready for assembly and are carried to a level area, typically in the middle of the job site. Here is where the panels are stacked on top of each other and flanges engaged so they can be seamed together. In this particular case, 5 panels of 1 foot widths are used in a panel grouping which is average, depending on other factors that may be involved in each particular construction project. Using a simple electric seaming machine, the panels are seamed together as they are prepared for vertical installation. Once ready, a crane is used to hoist the panel groupings into their positions at the building's foundation. The first panel grouping is set into the foundation form. At this job site, there are 2 existing foundation types in use: the stem wall foundation and the pin connection. A third type, the caisson and beam, is being added during the project. All 3 types are compatible with the Arch Machine building method. Great care is taken to ensure that this first panel grouping is true.
Hold it! That's good!
After the first panel grouping has been erected, additional panels are carried from the curving machine and stacked together to form the next group of 5. As each new grouping is seamed, other workers continue to form and curve even more panels, a time-saving and highly efficient system. Once again, another set of panels is hoisted by crane into position. Notice the relative flexibility of the panels and the strength as they are lifted. Because of this, construction can take place in winds of up to 35 miles an hour. Once the first panel groupings are in, pack wells are made at the foundation form for support during the erection process. For temporary applications, this would be the only support necessary. The arched metal buildings in contour, design, and strength are especially well suited to resist the elements in even the windiest regions of the world. In this area of Colorado, for example, winds can become near hurricane strength. As a result, the design has become a familiar sight on this landscape as farmers depend on these buildings for protection against the tormenting winds.
Conditions up here in the mountains are somewhat unpredictable. We can have winds up to 100 plus velocity, mile an hour, and I feel that the wind load on these buildings is probably better than anything there is.
Much of the strength of arched metal buildings is derived from its heavy fabric of steel. Various gauges can be used depending on the specific requirements of the project. The galvanized roll steel can also be pre-painted in various colors. On the job site, the rolls of steel may be placed on multiple racks of the forming machine before the fabrication begins. This technique is used as a valuable time-saving feature. As one spool runs out, another can be easily fed into the forming machine without having to stop to put a new spool in place. Another arch machine method that meets the test of time is the use of the electric seaming machine. As panel groups are put into place, workers seam together the completed groupings using the same locking flange method. The seam machine is a highly efficient device, providing 70 feet of permanent seam per minute. It not only brings the panels together quickly, but does so with the greatest simplicity and is easily maintained. The net result is an airtight lock between the panels. Each arch is a continuous piece of metal which eliminates lap seams. Subsequently, arch metal building systems are not plagued with water leaks and air drafts. The owners of these buildings recognize the inherent quality of the arch structure.
There being no bolts in the building, there's no place for a leakage of air or water coming in or going out. So once you got your temperature set and humidity set where you wanted it, it was pretty easy to keep. And the potatoes would keep just as good throughout when we put them in September till we took them out as late as in June.
With each passing hour, the arch machine manufacturing system adds even more form to the span of the building. With the use of special time-lapse photography, we can readily illustrate how quickly this building has progressed on its first day. This building, within a matter of days, is destined to become a storage warehouse for potatoes, one of the many popular uses that can meet the demands of a large area, unencumbered by support posts, to allow for easy handling and storage functions. Because of the airtight construction, the structures can be economically insulated with either sprayed urethane or rugged insulation panels, and easily adapted to the temperature control and environmental requirements. The arch machine buildings also adapt to a wide variety of functions and uses.
Prior to that, the airplane stayed outside, and right now, of course, we have a hangar for them, which is 72 by 80. If we want to really get them in tight, we can get 6 aircraft in there.
Art Jones is a commercial crop duster and has found his arch metal building provides an excellent cover for his aircraft.
And it's tighter. We don't have bird problems. They can't get in. Once they get in, there's no place for them to roost, so we don't have the bird problem. The other thing, it's dust tight. We had a terrific dust storm here in the spring of '82, and I happened to be in the hangar at that time, and one seam had a little dust around it, and it was the only seam where they have to use sheet metal screws, but it was completely tight.
Versatility is a key feature of the arch machine manufacturing system. The arch machine designs need not be limited only to industrial uses, but with color-coordinated, pre-painted, and precise customization of door and window openings, Even offices and homes become the handsome result of the arch metal building system. Arch machine buildings are also easy to expand after initial construction and are compatible with existing buildings on a site. In short, your imagination is the only limitation of the arch metal buildings. This arch machine building is now nearing completion. The final panel groupings are in place, giving it an overall dimension of 60 by 160 feet of usable space, with a 22-foot ceiling at the center. With the end wall caissons already in place, the end wall construction is ready to begin. The end wall pieces have been cut to length by the same machine used to form the arch panels, and they too are seamed together to create water and airtight bonds. At this point, screws are used to secure the end wall panels to the foot panels. The final end cap will create a hood effect as it permanently seals the end wall to the structure. After 2 days of construction on the job site, the doors are put into place and concrete is poured around the foundation form to solidly affix the building to the foundation. The finished result provides an air and watertight building that is ready for use. The Arch Machine mobile manufacturing system has once again meant the test of time to produce this quality building and thousands of others like it around the world. The Arch Metal Building System's unique and reliable building methods speak for themselves through the common sense of those who have come to appreciate their inherent economy and efficiency.
The expense is probably the number one plus, and very, very good quality buildings.
We have had absolutely no frost, no leakage.
I don't think that's possible the way they're seamed together. I don't think there's any way you can get a leak. Bullet hole would be about the only way.
We've been real pleased with it. If we had to do it over again, we'd build another one.
Ask yourself, is the Arch Machine right for your building needs? We think so. The range of military applications is broad and imaginative, be it in peacetime or in times of rapid deployment. When you need a quality building, large or small, and on budget, Global Steel's factory on wheels can deliver. From foxhole covers to airplane hangar, storage sites to personnel quarters, maintenance compounds to medical complexes, Global Steel will meet the most rugged challenges of time and budget. The Arch Machine is a mobile manufacturing system. Our 30 years of experience and reputation offer more than just machinery and design. We provide the engineering assistance with design specification and requirements that will exceed the highest standards. We provide the training on the machinery to make your personnel experts. We give continuous technical support that is refined by the innovative research and development that spawned this remarkable Arch Machine concept. If time is your daily adversary, if time can mean the difference between your success and failure, put time on your side with Global Steel. Global Steel, we are meeting the test of time.